So, solving for an unknown, lesson 8. Pause the video if you'd like to do this. There's a few different solutions here, but one that can work would be 7 plus 8 minus 3, which is 12, times 2. Make sure you're practicing your skip counting. So far we've done 2, 5, and 10. So make sure you have those dialed in. So this lesson we're going to be learning more about what's called an unknown or a variable. Basically, they're a letter that represents some number that we don't know what that number is yet, and we're going to try and find it. You'll see here, this problem here where you have a 2 and an x equals 12. When you have a number next to a letter, that means multiply or multiplication. So there's a couple of ways we can read this. We can read it as 2 counted how many times is 12, is what this is saying here. What number counted 2 times is 12, or 2 times what number equals 12. All three of those things are saying the same thing. So when we're trying to find 2g equals 12, we want to figure out 2 times what number equals 12. If you can't figure it out or know off the top of your head, you can always count by this number until you reach this number. So it'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you would put g equals 6. 5x equals 15. So again, that means 5 times what number equals 15, or how many times do I count by 5 until I get to 15, which would be x equals 3, which is what you would type into formula. 5, 10, 15, 1, 2, 3 times. A couple of vocab words that are going to be good to have in your notes. So square, we've already talked about. That's something we should be comfortable with. It's a rectangle. So a rectangle is just a 4-sided shape where opposite sides are equal. A rectangle whose sides are all have the same length. So that would be a square. A quadrilateral, that might be a new one for you to put in your notes. It's just any 4-sided shape. So rectangles and squares are both examples of a quadrilateral. Today's new one is a rhombus. So it's a quadrilateral, so that means 4-sided shape whose sides all have the same length, but it may or may not have square corners. So these are all examples of rhombuses, rhombi. You might also call it a diamond, and when you're like talking with friends or your parents or whoever. So a diamond is a rhombus in math.